Hello, beautiful travelers. Welcome again. Today, we're taking a journey across continents to uncover the 20 most breathtaking mountain ranges on our planet. Some of these peaks are world famous, drawing adventurers from every corner of the globe, while others remain hidden treasures, known only to those who dare to wander off the beaten path. Stay with me until the very end, because our number one is not only the highest, but perhaps the most soul-stirring place you could ever stand. The Ural Mountains, Russia. Stretching across two continents, the Urals form the natural boundary between Europe and Asia. These ancient mountains are not the tallest, but their rugged beauty and endless forests make them a place of mystery. Imagine standing on a ridge with the sun setting behind you and knowing that one foot is in Europe and the other is in Asia. That's the magic of the Urals. In winter, the snow turns them into a frozen wonderland, while summer reveals wildflower meadows and crystal-clear rivers that cut through the valleys. It's not just geography, it's a feeling of standing at the crossroad of worlds. The Carpathians, Central and Eastern Europe. If fairy tales had a home, it would be here. Rolling green ridges, mist-covered pine forests, and villages that look untouched by time. The Carpathians sweep through Romania, Slovakia, Poland, and Ukraine, holding secrets in every corner. You'll find brown bears wandering through the forests, medieval castles perched on cliffs, and folklore that still whispers through the valleys. Sunrise here is unforgettable. As the first rays of light break through the morning fog, the mountains glow in soft gold, and you feel like you've stepped. The Scottish Highlands, United Kingdom. Moody, dramatic, and wild, the Highlands don't need skyscraping peaks to leave you speechless. What makes them unforgettable is the atmosphere. Clouds rolling across jagged ridges, mist draping itself over lonely lochs, and ruins of ancient castles watching silently from the hills. Drive through Glencoe and you'll see slopes rising steeply on both sides, waterfalls tumbling after rain, and a silence so heavy it feels sacred. On the Isle of Skye, the Quiraing Ridge twists like something out of another world. It's not just scenery, it's Scotland's soul carved into stone. The Scandinavian Mountains, Norway, and Sweden. Here, the mountains meet the sea. Jagged peaks rise straight out of glassy fjords, their reflections doubling the drama. In Norway's Lofoten Islands, fishing villages cling to the shoreline while serrated ridges tower just behind them. In winter, the northern lights sweep across the sky, painting the peaks in green fire. In summer, the midnight sun never sets, casting a golden glow on every ridge and glacier. Hiking here feels like stepping into another dimension where land, sea, and sky are inseparable. The Japanese Alps, Honshu, Japan. Right in the heart of Japan's main island, the Japanese Alps rise like a dragon's spine. Sharp, snow-capped ridges contrast with valleys filled with hot springs and centuries-old villages. In autumn, fiery red and orange leaves cloak the mountainsides, while spring brings sakura blossoms to the foothills. The Tateyama-Kuro route is legendary. You travel through tunnels carved into snow walls higher than buses. And from the summit ridges, the view stretches endlessly, with Mount Fuji standing proudly in the distance. The Drakensberg Mountains, South Africa, and Lesotho. These aren't mountains you simply look at, they command your attention. Basalt cliffs rise like fortress walls, their flat tops glowing orange at sunrise. Waterfalls plunge from the high plateau, disappearing into misty valleys below. Known as the Dragon Mountains, the Drakensberg feels mythical. Herds of eland roam the grasslands, sand rock art hides in caves, and thunderstorms echo like drums. It's Africa's skyline, rugged and untamed. The Atlas Mountains, Morocco. Drive just an hour from the chaos of Marrakesh and suddenly you're climbing into another world. The Atlas Mountains slice across Morocco like a great wall, hiding Berber villages and terraced fields. Mount Toubkal, the highest peak in North Africa, pierces the sky above a landscape of red rock and snowy ridges. In spring, almond blossoms paint the valleys pink, while in winter, snow transforms the passes into icy corridors. Here, tradition and wilderness blend seamlessly. You might sip mint tea in a clay house while looking out over a horizon of peaks. the Zagros Mountains, Iran. Few outside Iran truly know the Zagros, yet they stretch for 1,600 kilometers, their folded limestone ridges rippling like waves turned to stone. Villages cling to steep hillsides, shepherds guide flocks along winding paths, and in spring the valleys explode in wildflowers. The air is thin, sharp, and fragrant with herbs. Watching the sun sink into these jagged ridges feels like seeing the Earth's bones laid bare. The Ethiopian Highlands, Ethiopia. Called the Roof of Africa, these highlands rise in dramatic escarpments and plunging gorges. The Scandinavian Mountains in particular look like a lost world, sheer cliffs, sharp pinnacles, and plateaus teeming with life. Gelada monkeys sit on the edges of cliffs, manes blowing in the wind as if they were guardians of the land. When the clouds part, the view stretches so far it feels endless, a kingdom in the sky carved by time and rain. The Central Range of Taiwan. Imagine a chain of mountains soaring straight from tropical beaches to over 3,000 meters high. That's Taiwan's Central Range. Here, you can watch the sunrise from Huanchin, where seas of clouds roll like oceans below your feet. Mist drifts through cypress forests, and in winter, snow dusts the peaks while cherry blossoms bloom down by the coast. It's an island where the mountains never let you forget their presence, dominating the skyline wherever you go. The Caucasus Mountains, Georgia. This is where Europe and Asia collide, and the result is spectacular. The Caucasus holds some of the highest peaks outside the Himalayas, with glaciers spilling into valleys dotted with medieval stone towers. In Georgia's Svaneti region, villages like Ushkili sit beneath jagged giants like Mount Shkara, creating one of the most dramatic human landscapes on Earth. The mountains here aren't just scenery, they are culture, history, and legend woven into stone. The Dolomites, Italy. Rising in pale limestone spires, the Dolomites are both graceful and fierce. At sunrise and sunset, their peaks glow pink in a phenomenon called enrosadira, as if they're burning from within. Meadows of wildflowers spread at their feet, with charming alpine huts offering refuge to hikers. From the jagged towers of Tres Cime de Lovridu to the mirror-like waters of Lago de Braise, every corner feels designed for beauty. The Dolomites are proof that mountains can be as elegant as they are imposing. The Pyrenees, France, and Spain. Running like a spine between two nations, the Pyrenees are a wild frontier of snow-capped peaks, glacial lakes, and stone villages where time seems to have slowed. The Cirque de Gavarnie, a massive natural amphitheater, is crowned with waterfalls cascading from dizzying heights. Shepherd trails wind through flower-filled valleys, and in autumn, the forests glow gold and crimson. They are mountains built for quiet wonder, where nature and culture coexist in harmony. The Southern Alps, New Zealand. Here, glaciers tumble into turquoise lakes and snowy peaks stretch across the South Island like a jagged backbone. Aoraki, or Mount Cook, towers above them all, its reflection shining in Lake Pukakaki's icy blue waters. The Hooker Valley Track offers a journey through swinging bridges, rushing rivers, and vast views that feel like the edge of the world. With weather that can shift from bright sun to sudden storm in minutes, the Southern Alps are raw, dramatic, and alive. The Himalayas, Asia. And finally, the greatest mountain range of them all. The Himalayas hold the highest peaks on Earth, including the legendary Mount Everest. But it's not just the altitude that takes your breath away, it's the sheer scale. Villages cling to steep hillsides, prayer flags flutter against glaciers, and every turn on the trail reveals giants like Ama Dablam and Lhotse towering above. Standing in a Himalayan valley, you feel dwarfed not only by the mountains, but by the silence, the history, the timelessness of this place. It is the ultimate reminder of how vast and beautiful our planet truly is. So, tell me, which of these ranges calls to you the most? Would you rather wander the misty highlands, hike beneath the Dolomites, or stand in the shadow of Everest? Share your dream destination in the comments, because the next journey might just begin with your idea. And if this journey inspired you, remember to subscribe for more adventures waiting on the horizon.